Srimad Bhagavatam 1.13.26 shloka. Gata swarthamimam deham virakto mukta bandhanaha avigyata gatirjahat vedhira udarhitaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. He is called undisturbed, who goes to an unknown, remote place and freed from all obligations, quits his material body when it has become useless. So in this shloka we can see that Vidura is saying to Dhritarashtra that who spoiled his whole life, actually not doing Krishna Bhakti, just in a family attachment like Dhritarashtra did. He was so much attached to his son that he listened no one. He was a king. He could stop the disrespect to Draupadi. He could stop the Mahabharata fight by giving 5 villages to Pandavas. But he didn't do that. He tried to kill Pandavas. And even after the fight, when his 100 sons died, then also by his power, by hugging him, he tried to kill him. So we can see the mentality. So here, what is said by Vidura? He is called undisturbed, who goes to an unknown, remote place and freed from all obligations, quits his material body when it has become useless. So saying that who spoiled his life in this kind of family attachment, who didn't practice his Krishna consciousness in his grihastha life, then what he should do? He should, when he realized that yes, we are soul and soul has its own destination, so I need to do something for myself now. I am soul. So then, so that he don't get any disturbance from the family will catch him because he is so old now, Dhritarashtra. So saying you should go to an unknown, remote place and you should be free from all obligations, and you should by this way, by doing service to Krishna, meditating on Krishna, you should leave this material body when it becomes useless. Useless means when one becomes very old and now soul and body now cannot live together, then soul leaves the body. For example, sometimes accident happen, then also soul leaves the body because body is now not useful to live. So that's why Vidura said when it becomes useless, so then you should leave. So Vidura is actually motivating Dhritarashtra to go for Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means to go to forest, a secluded place where he can peacefully concentrate on Krishna. So this was the advice by Vidura to Dhritarashtra. We all know that Vidura is not an ordinary person. He is a very, very pure devotee of Lord Krishna, and actually Vidura always he wanted good thing for Dhritarashtra. That's why Dhritarashtra didn't like, but Vidura always keep him suggesting something. Dhritarashtra liked his son, so he could not hear what Vidura is saying. But yeah, Vidura is his dear brother, and now at the old age, when Dhritarashtra is taking shelter of the Pandavas are so great. Even Dhritarashtra wanted to kill them many times because of Dhritarashtra. Draupadi got disrespected, and because of Dhritarashtra, Pandava gone through so many, trouble. They were in forest and Agyadvas and Mahabharata. Finally, so many people they lost, but still they were very respectful to Dhritarashtra. So Vidura know that Dhritarashtra, because he is getting facility to stay in the palace, though he lost his hundreds of sons, he will not leave the home so easily. He will not do anything for himself. So people become selfish for the body. We should not become selfish for the body. We should become selfish for ourselves, for the soul. Soul's selfishness is that in this human life, he will take shelter of Krishna, go back to Krishna, and also he will help so many people in the society. This is a true selfishness. This is not in a bad way, selfishness meaning. So one should do that. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned one Vaishnava bhajana. I will sing the 2 lines. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu Manusha Janama Paya Radha Krishna na bhojiya Janiya bujiya visha khainu Janiya bujiya visha khainu. इसका मतलब है कि हरि हरि बिफले जन्म गवाइनो. ओ हरि, oh Krishna, I just wasted all time in my human life. You gave me a precious human life, and I wasted all time by engaging my senses in sense gratification, like Dhritarasta did. So that is called that wasted the life. And then Manushya Janama Paya, getting a human life, Radha Krishna na bhajiya. I didn't worship Radha Krishna. Janiya bujiya visha khainu. I took the poison knowingly, not unknowingly. For example, if somebody mixed poison in somewhere and you don't know and you drink, it's not your fault. But if somebody mixes poison in his own milk and he drink, so how foolish thing it is, right? So that's why it is said that I know that human life is very precious and I am soul, I am your part and parcel Krishna, but I didn't utilize my human body serving you. I utilized my human body only and only in sense gratification. So again I will enter in kingdom of animal, and I lost my precious time. So this is a realization actually. Every devotee who feel this thing, then he become very serious in bhakti. There is no show off in his bhakti. He is genuine in bhakti. When he is alone, he is with Krishna. When he is with someone, he will discuss about Krishna. Every second, Krishna conscious. So, Krishna has given us freedom to desire. But we have misused the freedom to desire. So we can see, even in the material life, so many people, and they are always desiring one after another, and it is greed. It never stops. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Trividham narakasaidam dwaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhas tatha lobha tasmat etatrayam tyajet. So Krishna is saying, Trividham, there are 3 doors to hell: Kama, lust; Krodha, anger; Lobha, greed. The 3 kinds of doors, and maximum people, they are opening all 3 doors to hell. So very easy. Not opening doors to Vaikuntha planet, but opening doors to hell. So willingly drinking poison, and we misuse the freedom of desire. desiring material happiness. If we are going to Krishna, we are asking material happiness. Krishna, please do this for me, please do that for me. So it is also called that drinking poison willingly. Now we should stop our material desire and we should desire only spiritual things, so that our future becomes bright. Why in this life we are suffering so much? Because we misused our freedom. We didn't desire for Krishna. So then why we are repeating the same? Why we are doing the same? So we should not do. Only goal of human life in this purpose, Srila Prabhupada has clearly mentioned, only goal of human life is cultivating knowledge of devotional service to the Lord. Without this, if we don't go after this goal, what will happen? Without this, life becomes, Srila Prabhupada said, two things: full of anxieties, plus another thing, miserable conditions. So if we are in the condition of full of anxieties and miserable condition, because we are not so much focused on the goal of human life, to get love of Godhead, Krishna. You can see in the Kali Yuga, even people are having all the things, like in material world, what they want. They want name, fame, money, beauty, and like that. So we can see that recently one case happened. One very famous actor, he committed suicide. Why? He had his own house in Mumbai, like city like Mumbai, and he has his name and fame so much. He had a good career. He had so much of money also. He had a good physique, handsome. Then why? People could not understand. So many people were interviewed, but they couldn't understand. Why? Because without fulfilling the goal of human life, life will become full of anxieties and miserable condition. And in this miserable condition, mind is diseased. In Kali Yuga, people will die out of disease of mind. They will kill themselves or they will kill others. So this is very pathetic condition. So to save people from this, Srila Prabhupada preached Krishna consciousness all over the world. Because if we are connected to Krishna and you are connected to authentic parampara, authentic guru, then we can understand that my goal is not career. What people say doesn't matter. My goal is not to become very rich. What people say doesn't matter. My goal is not to become very, six-pack and body, or for boys and for girls like a good figure. No, not that. My goal is Krishna. Then only we can free from that anxiety and miserable conditions. Otherwise, there are so much of people provoking situations all over the world. Wherever we go, even if you are working somewhere, even you are with your friends, with your relatives, if they are materialistic, not devotee, it's a pathetic situation because they will provoke you somehow. So here Vidura is saying to Dhritarashtra, please retire now. Now you are enough old. Now you have enough done sense gratification. Now do something for yourself, for the soul. So retire means actually vanaprastha. As per Shastras, we should take vanaprastha at the age of 50. Like for a person till 25, like till 5 he is at home. 5 to 25, 20 years he is at Gurukula practicing brahmacharya and getting education. 25 to 50 he is earning, he is getting married, he is having children and he is taking care of children. And then 50 to 75 he is in vanaprastha, means he will leave everything and he will become full-time devotee. with his wife, or if wife is not coming, then he can alone. So after 75 he can take sannyas. So this is divided actually like this. But any ashrama, Krishna is the center. Krishna should be the center. Otherwise what will happen? What Srila Prabhupada is saying? Two things. Life will be full of anxieties. Doesn't matter how much famous we are, how much bank balance I have in my bank in account, and how many building or bungalows I made in different big cities. Doesn't matter. It cannot save us. Anxieties, so much anxieties and miserable conditions. So we should take retirement. We should become full-time devotee of Krishna. If not now, at this age of 50. And if one cannot manage till 50, because now getting late marriage and late children, and then responsibilities fulfilled late, because it's not like earlier, no, girl is married like earlier time, but now after full education, or boy should be son should be well settled. So if not 50, at least 60, even company gives retirement, even government giving retirement. So no tire after retirement. So retire means retire. Retire means not one more tire, like okay, now I got to retire from this company, from this government service, so now I will work in another private firm. Some people do that after 60 because they don't know what to do, because they are used to this life and they are not Krishna devotee. They have no knowledge about the spiritual life and they are not interested. So what they do? One more tire. Retire means one more tire, and they go and they do another job till death. But that's not life. That's not human life. That's like animal life. It is said in scriptures. Dharmena hina pashubir naranam. Without dharma means what? Love Krishna, love God. So your soul is part and parcel of Krishna, and if you are not doing that, then as like animal. This life is like animal. So you should not do that, because then again there are so many miserable conditions waiting. So why don't we make our future bright? So after retirement, after Vanaprastha, even if somebody can manage in 50, you looks very young actually in 50, but in 60 maybe little health problem and like that. So best is 50 if we can plan, but if we cannot, then at least our age we have to fix to retire and become full-time devotee. Simple life, only Krishna bhakti, only chanting, reading, hearing more, and speaking about Krishna, preaching, like that. So many services. Some people dedicate their life and taking care of cows also, and they then chant and they serve cows and they run a center of Krishna consciousness and they preach the local people. Like wherever you are, for example, you are in another country and you are a person from a village, a remote place, but there also we can preach. We can live a simple life. Even village are better, because village means it's sattvic, sattva-guna. So actually this way we need to leave the attachment, sannyasa from our mind. So what the dhira shabda is, dhira word is used in this shloka. So dhira means is undisturbed when there is sufficient provocation, mind fixed on Krishna. So this we want in this yuga, in this Kali Yuga. Because so many people to provoke you, they will point what you don't have. They will make friendship with you, but they will show that they are superior than you. They will point what you are lacking. They are very rare friends who are always positive, who are always supportive. And those friends we can find within devotees. So provoking situations, we can't stop that, but we can remain undisturbed if we are focused in Krishna consciousness. So we need to focus more and more on our goal, and that is Krishna consciousness. So gradually we need to leave the attachment, material attachment. Okay, but what happened opposite in the life. Like, as much as one person become old, he become more attached. Earlier, king has the full kingdom, but when he is 50, he leaves the kingdom for his son, his eldest son, and then he go to forest for devotional practices. What Bharat Maharaj did, same way. This is the way. But now parents are also crying that I wrote my property in the name of my children and they rejected us. Now we are in the old age home. Yes. And the children are also, why they becoming old and why they're interfering in our life. We don't want to stay with them. This culture is not Vedic culture. This culture is actually no culture. Demon culture, we can say. That the parents who took so good care for us from birth, childhood, took care all of education, and at last when their body is so weak, and then just throw them like this and rejecting them and shouting at them. This is not good. They were so patient when we were doing something wrong. And the age of old age, every person becomes like a child. So they are becoming so dependent. So it happens. And but now old people are also in Kali Yuga. Old people will be also different because they followed so much of modern life. They don't know anything about Krishna. Then what will happen? They will, after their own property, they will not write their property. Somebody wrote their property in the name of cat, dog. They will love cat and dog more than their children. And then they will become cat and dog. Why? Because at the time of death, about whom we can think, whom we love most. Because children rejected. But dog is so faithful. So love developed to dog because I am serving him. So obviously at the time of death, I can remember only that body that I loved most. Then I will get that body. So it's simple. It is mentioned in scriptures. That's why Vedic culture is very important. It will save whole world. If one is developed in Vedic culture, he is devotee, then he cannot torture his parents, reject his parents. And a parent who is a devotee, he is not interested in his own property. He will give his property to his children. He will go for the Tirtha Brahman. Tirtha Brahman means going to holy places, meeting devotees, serving in the temples, becoming full-time devotees, like that. So they are detached. And interfere? Why they will interfere? They have done now they are in Vanaprastha. They are not going to interfere in your life. They have given you enough education from childhood. Son, you should do this. Son, you should not do this. Now it's your life. Krishna do that. Krishna did that to Arjuna. Krishna said, Arjuna, I have told you everything. What I want, I told that to you also. What you should do, I told that also. Now your wish. You do whatever you want to fight. You fight. You don't want to fight, don't fight. So this freedom is given by Krishna himself. Then how the life will be very beautiful if we gradually leave attachment and not develop attachment. Because as much as we develop attachment, we will suffer. And you should remember that Krishna is the owner. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna is the protector. I am not protecting anyone. Krishna is the protector. Krishna is the maintainer. Krishna is the well-wisher. Krishna has given me responsibility. I fulfilled. Now, time to retire. So Vidura preaching this to Dhritarasta, so that Dhritarashtra he take renunciation. Renunciation means frustrated from material life, materially exhausted. Akinchana gocharam, Kunti Maharani is saying in Bhagavatam, in her prayers, that who are akinchana gocharam, they easily can get you. So who are materially exhausted, frustrated with material life, they can take renunciation. But now you're frustrated, then tomorrow when situation is good, then you will become attached again. That is not renunciation. That's why Krishna told Arjuna, no, you cannot go for renunciation. It's your duty to fight. Today you are saying no to fight when so many countries, kings are come traveling, walking like that. The army is coming like walking at the time. And now you are saying no, and we cannot arrange the same, because tomorrow again you will feel, because you have a Kshatriya blood, and you will feel, no, I have to fight. And no, you should fight now, Krishna said. So renunciation, how it should be? Stabilized. Stabilized under bona fide spiritual master. Not whimsically, oh, I have heard that lecture, I have read in the Bhagavatam, now I am going for sannyas. No, we cannot do that whimsically. We need permission from our Guru. We must have an authentic spiritual master. We cannot do whimsically. We cannot do our own like, okay, I have taken decision. No. We have always authority. Like, for example, renunciation doesn't mean that Mayavadi thinks, okay, renunciation means don't eat salt. They don't eat salt in food, some people. They think I am controlling my tongue. No, it will be not controlled. Not eating, it will not be controlled. Tongue will become controlled only when we offer palatable dishes to Krishna. Palatable dishes means what Krishna likes. And then we will offer whatever required to maintain our body. And then Jiva Begam will be controlled. We always need to serve Krishna, like seasonal fruits. We should buy seasonal fruits for Krishna. We should offer with love. Then we can take that prasadam. Then tongue will be controlled. So, like that way. So, how the stabilized renunciation is possible? By association of pure devotees who is always practicing Krishna consciousness from a long time in a stabilized manner. So actually Dhritarashtra is very, very lucky that he is having Vidura. So like that in our life, even our one pure devotee is there, our authentic spiritual master is there. We are very lucky, and we should not waste our human life by engaging in sense gratification, by desiring material things, but to utilize it in the service of Lord Krishna. This was the essence of today's shloka. Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 13th chapter, shlok number 26. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.